Now we're ready. All right. So, my name is Courtney Barrett, and I work for Red Lake Chemical Health as a prevention specialist. And this is our first time messing around with the podcast equipment, so this is just gonna be a test and see how it goes from there. But you want to introduce yourself, Jeff?
My name is Jeffrey Brown. I'm the coordinator for this grant they put me in charge of. And we have a lot of podcast equipment, and we're trying to learn how to use this stuff on our own, hands on, instead of watching someone try to show us how to do it. We want to try to learn how to do it ourselves with our hands. And yes.
So yeah, just like he's saying, it's a practice run. So I don't know if we're gonna actually put this on the website. So we're just gonna mess around with the equipment. But tell me about Montana.
Oh, Montana, man, it was hot weather. I got there for purification, and all the way. I did all the purification 4 days: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then Sunday was tree day, and we went and got the tree, and we put the tree up, and it was a really good experience. And like I was telling you earlier, yesterday or the other day, that I seen so many things in that arbor that made me realize of the creator is everywhere. If you look at it that way, if you're cruising down the road, you'll notice things that the creator is everything.
It's all connected. Huh?
Yeah, it's all connected. The creators and the trees, the grass, the sand, the rocks. It's everywhere if you look at it that way, and no matter where you're at in your life, where you're at in the day, you can take that moment of silence and say that prayer to the creator. It's just it's a beautiful thing to realize that the creator is everywhere.
It was like another spiritual awakening for you.
Yeah, it was like when I was there, I seen so many things, and that's what made me realize that the creator is everywhere. If you're connected to it, you're praying every day, you're putting your tobacco out every day, you're doing the right things, you're helping others, you're helping yourself. You will, and you say a prayer in your tobacco, and you can do it anywhere. There's not no. I was told that there's not a time, there's not a right time in the spiritual world. So doesn't matter when you go put out that tobacco. Doesn't matter when you go to a sweat lodge. You just you realize that the creator is there, and all of them things, all of those elements of the rocks, the fire, the branches, the what am I trying to say? The dome for the trees that make that sweat lodge, even the cloth. It's everywhere in there.
That's cool, man. That's you were over there for what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, I went on got there on May 31st, and we came back on June 9th. And on the way we were going south. We were gonna go check out the Black Hills and take my mom to Mount Rushmore. And I got on I-90, and there was east going towards South Dakota and North Dakota, and there was west going through Billings, Montana. And I had a nephew that passed away 9 years ago, and my mom always talked about going down to, because he was buried on their reservation, the Wind River Reservation, and I just thought like maybe I should take my mom down there and find that grave that she wants to do, and say, should we go to Wyoming or should we go to Mount Rushmore, Mom? She's like, let's go to let's go to let's go to Riverton. So we went down to Riverton through Montana and down Wyoming. And it was a beautiful scenic route. If you ever have a chance to go to Wyoming, go check it out. It's a beautiful place. And we went down there and we cruised all over. We cruised all over trying to look for a Addison, because that's his mother's family's Addison. And we couldn't find no Addison at all. We cruised around for 3 or 4 hours trying to look for them. And I pulled up to the graveyard, and my girlfriend said, "You take one row, you take one row, and you take one row." And we were just gonna go looking. And we got out, and we all went on our way, and then my girlfriend found his grave within a minute. So we cruised around 3 hours trying to look for their family when we should have just went there and looked. But never know how it is though, because what I did was I kind of like drove back there, and then we got up. Never know what we would have done if we would have went earlier. That's a big graveyard they have over there. But we found it. We left my mom alone by the grave, and he said whatever, did whatever, and then I was going back to put a cigarette, and then I lit my cigarette. I was smoking a cigarette, and just the communication of that I didn't get to have with him, because he was taken down to Wyoming to be buried, and
Was he from that tribe?
yeah, his mother's from Wind River, and his
Okay.
dad's from around here. But then after that, we cruised. We were gonna go back up the way we came, but for some reason, I didn't. I went the other way. I went a different route, and man, I'm glad I did, because my mom and my girlfriend enjoyed those beautiful sights down there. We were way up in the mountains. I think it was June 10th or June 9th, and I was driving in some snow down there.
Holy
Snow was way
crazy.
up in the mountain, man. Way up in the mountain. Driving in snow in June.
That's cool, man. I'm glad you took your mom.
Yeah.
To go to go to that grave.
Yeah.
She probably really enjoyed that.
Yeah, and then when we went back, we went to Rapid City through Wyoming. Went to Rapid City. We got to Rapid City at 10 o'clock. We just laid down and went to sleep. And next day, we went to Mount Rushmore. Then we were up at Mount Rushmore. We took our pictures and did that. And, my mom's 80 years old, and it started raining, so she said, "Oh, let's just go now." So we headed out and drove all day again. Man, then we left at 1 o'clock, I think, from Rapid City. We got to Red Lake. We got to Red Lake at 3:30, and we dropped my mom off in Panema. So
That's cool, man. It sound like quite an adventure.
heck yeah, it was a good adventure. I'm glad my mom got to come along.
Yeah, man. I didn't know your mom was 80, man.
Yeah, my mom's old. I'm 40. She's 80.
She's up there.
Yeah.
Is
Her
that
Indian name is Mindy Muyan.
Mindy Muwen?
Mindy Muyan.
Moonyan. Oh,
Mindy Muyan.
all right. That's cool.
Grandmother, the one that holds it all together.
Yeah, I met her yesterday. She came up to the office and she was looking for you, and she was a sweet old lady.
Yeah. She makes some good fry bread.
I was just about to.
There's a taco sale tomorrow.
Oh,
Ask me.
put that out there. Right?
Gotta promote her business.
Yeah. So she's the one that's making the fry bread all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh yeah, that's cool, man.
But yeah, this I'm excited to get going on this, man. We've been slacking on this for like 9 months, maybe, and maybe longer than that. It's time to get going, though.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jeff. You know, since we got David Maid on here showing us how to do the audio, transfer it to the laptop, edit. You know, I feel like we're gonna get this finally moving.
Yeah, we're gonna have our own videos and have our Izhitwaawin studio. Have a lot of people coming in and out of here to do interviews and do it on podcasts. There's different information, just different topics that we can cover. There's so many, like elder abuse, anything, drug addiction, heroin, overdoses. We want to get somebody in here that lost someone to an overdose. How did they deal with it? How do they deal with their grief? Because that grief is it's a hard one for a lot of people. That we don't know how to deal with grief around here. No, I used to drink a lot, and that's how I used to deal with grief, was drinking.
So since you're talking about that, I'm not gonna say her name right now, but she was just talking to me about that. She's like, when are you guys gonna bring me down to the studio so I could do my story? And I was like, well, Jeff's on his trip right now, so I said, whenever you're ready. And she's like, I'm ready, but I'm probably gonna cry. I said, right, it's okay to cry, and if you don't want to show it in the video, we could always edit it out, until you calm down, and but yeah, she's ready to come down here. She's ready to come down here. Jeff's talking about all the drug addictions and stuff like that. What I wanted to do too is get other programs down here, like the homeless shelter, interview other programs and see what kind of services they have to offer, because a lot of people don't know there's help out there. You just got to get up and look for it. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. Don't let that pride get in the way where you're like, oh, I'm a man, I don't need help. Get out there and get help.